All right, Virgo, what is going on for you, my darlings? I hope everybody is doing great today. Let's see what's happening for my Virgo friends, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel sweet. Feel free to swap around the characters. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher, FYI. All right, see if Mary Jo can talk. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Lots trying to come out all at once. All right. So, Stormy, Virgo, what is going on for you here? New life. Wow, I got this for Libra as well. Same place, too. Friendship. Okay. Very cool. All right. So, it's something about like needing your friends. All right. I don't know why I don't usually pull a fourth one there, but there you go. So, I feel like your friends might be important. You could also be like moving on from an old situation, and like some of you, after having split up a relationship or something like that, you know how like you divide up the friends, something like that. Okay. I also think your friends are going to be super important to you now. So you have some pretty good friends. All right, I would let them know that you are grateful for them. Okay, these friends are going to be instrumental in the next chapter. Ace of Wands. There's the Justice card. Nine of Swords. Five of Wands. Five of Swords. I did see a lot of this. Right? Okay. Four of Wands and the Hermit. There's your Virgo card. Yes. Very much aligned. Look at you with this. Wow. Spiritual. This is a spiritual couple. The Hermit and the High Priestess together. Oh my. I feel like you might be going toward the High Priestess here. Some of you have just been dealing with ending a relationship. There's divorce here. Justice, Five of Wands, Resistance, Five of Swords, Nine of Swords. Okay, but I do feel like you're moving in a good direction here, a much more authentic direction. And so that's what the Stormy has been. Okay, the Stormy down here. I think you do know where you're going, and you were willing to weather this storm. You were willing to weather that storm to get to that situation. So, King of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Oh my goodness, yes. The Magician, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Both moving on cards. Seven of Wands, Magician. Sorry, Magician? Magician's up there. Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Cups. Let's see. King of Swords, Seven of Cups, Hanged Man, and the Moon. Okay. I have been seeing a lot lately regarding the moon. We just went through that full moon in Taurus. I feel like that triggered a lot of endings. A lot of, right, because it's full moon. It's like releasing anything that is fake stable. So it can look like it's stable, but it's really stagnant. Okay. And I think some of you are releasing those situations, some of you legally releasing those situations. There's change here. Five of Swords, Five of Wands, lots of resistance, and I see that Nine of Swords, like, how am I ever going to get out of this? Or how am I ever going to move forward? You are moving forward. Five of Cups. The one that's missing is the Five of Pentacles. And there can be a situation that has held you back. You got the Six of Pentacles here and the King of Pentacles. Mostly about like not wanting to lose a lot of money or not wanting to let go of a fortune, let go of some stability that you have worked on. I think you are going in a direction where you can manifest anything. Like, I don't need to hold on. I don't need to hold on to money I created years ago. I can create whatever I want right now. It just feels that way to me. Like, I know somebody, okay, I get, all right. Some of you might have to hand over your 401k. That's what you're talking about. Handing over money that was made a long time ago to release you from a situation. Some of you are handing over your 401k. Some of you are closing out a business or closing out an opportunity that was from a long time ago. It's almost like the new opportunities are plentiful and bountiful, and you don't really, I know it sounds weird to like, oh, you don't need that money. Like, why is that money bad and this is money is okay? It's not really that. It's just that it was built on a different foundation. I almost feel like the money that we're talking about, or the wealth, or the stability, or something like that, was built for some other reason. Okay. So this might have been built for children. This might have been built for uh, the reasoning of an old relationship that now has gone away. If when you're in a relationship, this is much more mature up here. When you're in a relationship, there needs to be something built together. Like if you don't build something together, there's not a lot of like staying or sinews that grow. Like there's not this thing that we built together, or a thing that we do together, or a thing that is fun for us. Fun, it can be fun. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're building a treehouse or we're building a business. It doesn't treehouse. It doesn't really have to be. It just has to matter to the two of you. What's the purpose of this relationship? Is it, once the kids are gone, does it disappear? Once we finish with this project, or once we finish with the early years of, this was a lot of fun sex in this relationship, and once we finish with that, then what do we got? What are we building here? And you can see it. I mean, I definitely had this experience too, that especially if there are no children in a relationship, then things can really drift apart. And you kind of have to grow and build something together. So I think some of you who are watching this may be coming to that realization that this connection, while it was useful and good and made sense at one time, it doesn't make sense anymore. And so things can pull apart. And I feel like we find that a lot in modern marriage and modern relationships, that every single relationship has sets of chapters and things that need to be nurtured. And I woke up one day in a marriage that hadn't built anything. We didn't build anything together. We built our way out. We grew in directions that facilitated a way out. So there's something about that. And I feel like this full moon in Taurus showed us where the cracks are, showed us where, okay, so now is this getting a second chance? Some of you are getting a second chance to build something. Some of you are saying, no, this is too far gone. So some of you could be renewing marriage vows now that you're sort of older and wiser, and you know that you are going in the same direction. Some of you could be saying, I'm going in the direction of, some of you could be opening up to your spirituality and the other person really hasn't. And so you're like growing this way, right? So one of you going Six of Swords, one of you is going like taking their nest egg, right? The thing that it's like this person's getting the 401k and they're taking that nest egg and they're moving forward. But what they will learn is that they need to make their own, right? They need to make their own. There's something about money, something about money that was made a long time ago. It's almost like it can't be transplanted in this new relationship. It's almost like maybe it'll go away. Like, if you're getting divorced and you have to hand over your 401k to the other person, they take it, but then like the market crashes or something like that, and like it goes away. There's something like that. I'm not saying the market's going to crash. I'm just saying that you can't hold on to that anymore. And I feel like you might be in a situation where you're building something. The Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles together is the Nine of Pentacles. And that is really about stability and also self-esteem, self-worth. It's about money in action. Yeah, that's what this is. This is money in action. Money that's being spent and received, money that's being invested, money that's being used to do something, to build something. That's the lesson that needed to be learned. The other person is maybe going toward a person who is, or going toward a situation where they have to learn to manifest on their own. So they can't they can't just take a bucket of money with them and be like, oh, look at, I manifested this. Not really. Not really. I mean, however money shows up, it doesn't really care. So if they got a bucket of money, that's great. But there's something about them learning how to manifest new money for themselves, or new stability. And there's nothing so terrified as someone who doesn't know how to make stability for themselves. They reach out to other people, they try to get other people to make stability for them. And I feel like that's what that person might be doing. I think you are somebody who can fish. You are somebody who could create stability. You might also have a partner who has learned how to create stability for themselves. This is a really beautiful thing. And I feel like that has to do with also with boundaries. This Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. So there is some kind of expansion happening. The Five of Cups is about loss. And I don't want to go through this reading without showing you that something has been activated in this full moon that will bring about some kind of loss. And so this person who got the bucket of money, maybe there's a sense of loss in that they get pushed into having to learn about that themselves, creating some kind of foundation for themselves, right? Especially if they were not using the other person, but especially if one of the people in this connection was the one who was responsible for building the foundation. The other person kind of didn't learn that skill. And I think there is a sense of loss. I think the you might be remembering a loss, or having some secret opening up to you that kind of shows how maybe you quit on that relationship a long time ago or something like that. And I feel like if you want to go forward into something new, I feel like you're both going in directions that are bringing in something new. I think that's where this comes in. It's sort of like, I'm going to learn the lesson of that. I'm going to learn the lesson of this relationship that didn't work out for me. I'm going to look back at it and be like, you know what? Maybe I did quit on the relationship. Maybe I didn't support my partner in them learning how to make money for themselves or make some foundation for themselves. Maybe they didn't assist me in that I was the only one that was building the foundation. Maybe that this other person was somebody who was also looking at another person. Maybe there was a third party involved in here, and either you didn't pay attention, didn't care, whatever it was. No matter what, you guys wound up, miles apart. Okay. And this says to me that this is the divine timing of movement, divine timing of movement forward. So the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, more Jupiter energy, Two of Wands, Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands. I just feel like you're making your path out of this. You know it's done. You know what lessons to kind of glean from. And I think you're making a choice to go in a direction that will be more spiritual. I think some of you might be stepping into a twin flame connection. I saw this with Libra too. All right, I'm going to continue on with this reading. I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign to see what's going on. And if you want to continue on with me, link is below. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.